Hey there, it's Kim, otherwise known as the Wise Woman of the Woods, and I am here with a Friday card reading for you. Today's cards are the Power of Surrender cards by Dr. Judith Orloff. If you know who she is, or if you don't know who she is, look her up. She's a pretty cool lady who deals with helping people who are like highly sensitive people and empathic people figure out how to kind of be in this world. And she's got some great books, and I really like these cards. So this is all the Power of Surrender, and it's a 52 card deck to transform your life by letting go. Yeah, you can the more you let go, the more you can let in. So we're going to do a 3-card reading as per normal. That could be seen as past, present, future in the order of the cards, or however you want to look at it. The cards, if the cards speak to you, they speak to you. If they don't, they don't. And take what you can use and leave the rest. And let's see what we've got here. There's one. And I feel like there's one in the middle here that wants to come out. There we go. Oh, there we go. 2 and 3. All right, putting the cards away. So I hope you guys are having a good Friday and that you've had a great week. Let's see what we've got for the cards. Okay. Card number 1. Surrender procrastination. I mean, this is a big one for everybody, although sometimes I personally think, and this maybe not be what the card says, but sometimes I personally feel like I procrastinate so I can get that burst of energy to really make it happen. I don't know if that's how you work, but sometimes that happens to me. I'm like, I just put it off, and then I'm like, I have to get it done, and then I have a burst and I get it done. But it says, surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Well, of course, yes, that's also true, because I have noticed that when I do take action, things happen, because what's that saying? If nothing changes, then nothing changes. So yeah, so surrender procrastination. Look at how you can do that. Break things down into smaller steps. If that's what overwhelms you, just do one step at a time and see how far you get, or set a goal and make sure that you achieve your goal. That's one other way that helps to surrender procrastination. And card number 2, surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Okay. That probably sounds easier said than done, but you can do this. And one of the tools I use personally for myself and to help other people is the work of Byron Katie, because she's all about this. She uses, her method involves using 4 questions to find out what's really going on and helping you clear your perception of an event that you're in resistance to. And I have had some huge shifts doing that. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, you can go check out my website, check out the work, or you can check out her website, the work. I think it's thework.com. You can book an appointment with me to do the work. It's really, really powerful and eye-opening. And if you've got painful thoughts or things that you just think should be happening differently than they should, you need to investigate those thoughts, because you don't need to live your life that way. You can be in non-resistance to what is. You can flow with what is instead of fighting it, just like this card says. And that is a way easier way to live, and with a lot less stress. Card number 3. Oh, speaking of making things flowing, surrender to effortlessness. That's a good word. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. That's kind of the same, in my opinion, as surrendering to what is, because there's a famous book called Power versus Force. I can't think of the author's name right off the top of my head. He's kind of a famous scientist guy, but he has determined that there is a difference between power and force. When we're trying to force something, that means that we're in resistance to what is actually happening, and when we're actually coming from a place of power, we're actually in flow, and you can feel the difference of that. So if you're pushing hard and nothing's happening, now is a good time to look at what you're pushing against and stop pushing so hard. Go with the flow. Don't try to force the river. Just go with the flow and trust that the flow is the way you're supposed to go. Okay, there's a little cute rhyme, but it's actually true. So just surrender to things being easy. And sometimes, it means like you just puts out something that you're maybe it's something on social media and you're just not quite happy with it, but do it messy even. Take the path of least resistance and see what happens. Stop beating yourself up. Stop making yourself crazy. Stop clenching down and trying to force things to happen. Just let the universal force that's around us, supporting us, help you to get into the flow and find things to be the effortlessness in your life. Okay? So, the 3 cards on this reading are surrender procrastination. Now's the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success, and you can do that in an effortlessness manner. So you don't have to push, you don't have to force, you just have to surrender and take some action, but don't make yourself crazy about it, because that's the 3rd card. Surrender to what is. Again, don't fight what's happening. And if you are in a fight with what's happening, if things are making you unhappy and you've got a lot of unhappy thoughts and stories and stress happening from whatever the situation is, do something about it, because you want to be flowing with it, what is, instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Sometimes you need a little bit of help doing that compassionate acceptance, and that is where you can use the work of Byron Katie, or even just book a session with me, like an intuitive reading, because I can usually help you get clear or see things differently in a different way that is more kind to you and more acceptable to you. And you might even find yourself going from being pissed off at something to laughing at how you used to look at it. That's happened to me many times. And then surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So kind of a cool reading this week, because I think all these cards go together really well. So just take the advice and see what happens. You never know how your life can change, and make it easy. Make it easy. Don't make yourself crazy. Okay? That is it for this week, and I'll be back next week with another card reading for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and just know I'm sending you a lot of life and peace, a lot of love and light, and life. Life is good too, and peace and happiness. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.